just got an easy 45 minutes this morning, followed by some strides, just scouting out some good places for my session tomorrow, which is always what I find easy runs are good for, because you can sort of like kill two birds with one stone. But yeah, just such a lovely morning. I just love running in the sun. It makes such a difference. There's just something about like feeling the warm on your back. I don't know, just makes me smile. I mean, why can you not smile when you're running here? So nice.
I just wanted to note that I don't usually do my drills in my session shoes. It's just I had to jog to where I was going to start the session and didn't have the car nearby, so I put my session shoes on ahead of doing my drills.
Do 5 that way for just see, I'll make that as well. Got a Fartlek today. Got 5 to 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1 with the following rep recovery. A little bit windy, but I'm excited to just give it like effort-wise and not have to worry about pace. So yeah, let's get it done. But yeah, it's kind of interesting because there was like some ups and downs in the past, so it's not just dead straight, which keeps it like a little bit more exciting. But I felt good and just so happy to be back.
So damn good. Callum, introduce yourself to the YouTube channel.
Photographer.
Alice?
Second in command.
So I just thought it would be good to sort of sit down and go through like my aims of the session, but also where I'm at now in training and like what I'm currently working towards or with or back from. So at Christmas time, sort of the start of January, well, I had a stress reaction in my tibia. But then I had 6 or 7 weeks where I just like wasn't able to run at all. I still managed to do quite a lot of cross training and I was able to like stay fit. And then I sort of started the return to running process. To start with, I just had 9 minutes of walking and 1 minute of running, and then slowly I built up the running till it became like 8 minutes walking, 2 minutes running. I just had to change location because it was getting a bit noisy. But I sort of started running every other day, so that every session I would build it up, so I had just 1 more minute of running until we got to half an hour. And then when I got to half an hour, sort of did like just a couple of continuous like 30-minute runs, and then I'd add a little bit of intensity. So I started off with some progression runs, and then about 4 weeks ago started bringing in sessions. And my first session I've been starting with Fartlek. Basically the aim of Fartlek is just to get you working through the different paces but without having the stress on pace. It's quite a good way to come back from like injury, or at the end of the season, like you've had a bit of a break and you're trying to get back into training and you're maybe not your fittest. So it's like a great way to work hard but without stressing about pace, because it's completely focused on effort. And I always try and do it somewhere a bit harder, so usually at home I would do the session on the grass, but here I did it on the beachfront, which was windy but also undulating, quite like windy. And I think that just means that you're not constantly focusing on pace because you know it's going to change, because if you might have a headwind or you might be going uphill, so your pace is naturally going to be slower, so you completely do focus just on effort. I also find that by doing it on grass or somewhere like undulating, you're making it a bit harder for yourself, which I find in turn makes me a lot stronger and come back fitter. So especially on the grass, like your pace is completely different to what it would be on the track or the road. Currently, like my focus is just effort, like making sure I'm working hard, I'm getting the sessions done, and I'm not worrying too much about pace because the paces will come, which is why I could sit here and go through with you guys like the paces and from each of my reps and the splits, but I just feel like that's pointless because that's not what I was focusing on. That's not what the session was for me. Like if it is a pace focused session, then of course I would go through that. As long as I come away from the session having worked hard and proud of the effort I put in, then I've done the job right. And sort of looking at paces can sometimes take away from that, because you can look at it and be like, oh, but I ran slower than what I would have wanted or slower than what I would have expected, especially at this point because I'm not at the fitness I was before yet. And it can just be a bit debilitating, whereas at this time you need to be like boosted, you need to feel great about training. So if I just focus on effort, I know I've put in the work and I feel like confident and happy in the session that I put together. Yeah, I feel like I'm in a really good place right now, and the fitness is coming back, and hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll get back to racing, and you guys will be coming along with me for that, so you get to see where it goes. And racing fitness is a whole nother level, and you can only get through that from racing. So yeah, we'll see where this goes. And also thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.